Much here today, very exciting times ahead. Certainly, if you're a Widnes Viking fan, I mean, we've been improving since we came in. Big difference this year, because this year is not just about improvements, it's about survival. Hopefully we won't have to worry about that. We've got Jon Clarke who's with us here. Jon, tell us about what your views are for the forthcoming season, what the fans should be excited about.
Oh, it's just, you know, the start Super League's exciting anyway, isn't it? But I think the squad that we've assembled over the off-season, the way we've trained over the off-season, and the way we've played in our friendlies as well, it is exciting. I think hopefully, if we keep progressing as we have done over these last few months, and obviously the previous 2 years, the promotion and relegation that you've just spoke about coming in will not be an issue for us, and we'll be up the right end of the table, challenging in the top 8 where I think where we belong.
But this is the thing, I mean, without going on, before we go on to what our future's like, that obviously is going to keep a lot of teams on their toes a little bit, really, knowing that, because it would be easy to say halfway through the season, we're not too good, we're not going to get relegated, we'll just take a foot off the gas. No one can do that. And obviously it means that the competition is going to be a little bit harder for us, doesn't it?
Yeah, I think it strengthens the comp though, doesn't it? It sharpens your focus. You've got to be on your ball right from the first whistle right till the last game of the season. So, I'm excited about it. I think it's a challenge we can really step up to. And I think it will make the competition stiffer each week. But I think for the competition to grow as a whole and for the club to grow as a whole, you need competitive games every week. So I think it's I'm not a great fan of the promotion and relegation, but in terms of sharpening your focus and making sure you're on the ball every week, I think it's possibly a good thing.
Well, this is the thing. Obviously, we've made a few personnel additions. How are they blended in? Because I mean, it's not just about the fact that we've got good players in the form of Danny Galea coming in and obviously Danny Tickle, but what about the camaraderie? Have they blended in? Is everybody getting on?
Yeah, they've just fitted in perfectly. I think Danny Tickle's been exceptional. What he's brought to the table over the off-season, and obviously in the warm-up games as well. And I don't think we've seen anywhere near the best of Danny Galea yet. And what he's served up to now has been high quality. And they've fitted him, with the other new lads as well, absolutely perfectly. I think it's a phenomenal bunch of lads to come into. They make you feel welcome, and the camaraderie and the closeness of our friendships is fantastic. So there's no cliques or anything like that, which you can find in some teams, which makes coming in and fitting in very easy. And like I say, they've fitted in perfectly.
Well, there's obvious teams that you can mention. You're going to play your Wiggins and your St Helens, and they're going to be big games and that. But what about some of the other teams? Warrington's going through a bit of a transition period at the moment. Are they still going to be up there contending, you think?
Yeah, I think so. I think they've still got quality all over the park. And still coached very well by Tony Smith, so they'll still be strong. Wigan will be strong. I think Saints will be very strong this year. I think they've, they might have had a blip with an injury to their star signing halfback over the off-season game. I think they'll be very strong. I think Huddersfield have signed very well again. And I think Leeds will obviously be up there again as well. So, I think there will be the top 4 or 5 sides in and around us. I think ourselves, Salford are obviously going to be a very close rival of ours. I think as are Castleford, Hull, them type of teams as well. So there's going to be no easy games for us this year. But like I say, I think that's for me that only strengthens you as a club.
And of course, talking about Warrington, a certain Mr Hodgson has joined our coaching staff now. How's he fitting in, and what is he bringing to it?
It's a massive coup for the club, in my opinion, to get the capture of Hodge on the coaching staff, albeit only 1 day a week. For what he's brought up to now, it has been great. The lads are loving him. They're hanging off his every word. He's played State of Origin, played at the top level in league, and it's been a phenomenal player. So, as a rugby mind and as a rugby brain, there's probably none better than him. So, he is a fantastic capture for the club in terms of the club progressing and improving the coaching staff.
Has Dennis said anything about minimum expectations for this season?
Well, he hasn't, no, but if we can't go backwards, can we? As a club, we've got to keep going forward. We've got to keep progressing. We've got to keep climbing up the table. We've got to keep playing better. We've got to keep defending better. Them games last year where we got nicked in the last few minutes, which were quite a few of. This year, there's a few of them we've got to turn around and turn on the head, and we've got to be, winning them games. So, there's no minimum requirements, but if you want to sort of put a marker on it, we can't go backwards.
Nice to be in the playoffs.
Absolutely, yeah. I don't think we've made any secret of it. If you look at our progression from year 1 onto year 2, you know, from bottom to 10th, a natural progression for the club would to make that 8th, 7th, 6th position. So I don't think that's any secret, and you know, that's probably in the back of everyone's mind within the club. You know, particularly the first team squad. You know, and we've started very well in the off season, and we're doing everything we can to make sure we're at the right end of the table.
I think it would be nice to be in the place, but I would imagine, you know, from a fan's point of view, nice trip down to the capital city would be good. Does that competition still inspire the lads, the Challenge Cup?
Oh yeah, you know, I've been lucky enough to win, you know, been in a winning side of the Challenge Cup, and there is no, you know, better feeling than going to Wembley and you know, playing in that final. So, and I think, you know, as a club, you know, Widnes as a club, you know, have got some great history in the Challenge Cup as well. So, you know, if we can get a good run in that competition, you get a bit of luck along the way. You know, and if you get a trip to Wembley, you know, I think the fans would absolutely love that, wouldn't they? So, yeah, you know, there's a Super League, but also, you know, there's the side competition of the Challenge Cup as well, which you know, you want to give a good run to. So, you know, it's an exciting year all year round.
We wish you all the best with that anyway. Good luck with it, John.
Right, cheers.